What's up, YouTube? It is the 10th of January, 2023. This is my 1988 Club Car DS. It's gas. Done a bunch of videos on it. We've got a couple little things to finish up. Then we're going to get it out of here and put it aside till we need it this summer. But see that old black steering wheel? We got something different planned. So a few years ago, my father-in-law stopped by. He was on his way to the thrift store, was going to donate a bunch of stuff. And as I was looking through the stuff that he was going to donate, I started pulling stuff out and go, I'm keeping this, I'm keeping this, I'm keeping this, and I'm keeping this steering wheel. Yeah, he pulled this steering wheel off one of his classic MGs. And I said, I'll use that on something. It's nothing super special or anything. It's just a Grant steering wheel. It came on one of his cars, and he put something a little nicer on it. And well, let's put this on the golf cart. So again, the steering wheel was free to me. Did I steal it? I borrowed it. It was gifted to me. How's that? Just went on Amazon or eBay, I can't remember which now, and bought the appropriate adapter. So this is a 5-bolt steering wheel, and you can get this adapter hub for 5-bolt or 6-bolt steering wheels. And this is supposed to be the correct adapter for the Club Car DS golf cart. I think they're the same as some other brands too, but don't quote me on that. So look it up. eBay, Amazon. I buy this stuff either way. Gets there a little quicker if I order it on Amazon, but I'm cheap, so one's a couple bucks cheaper, I'll buy it there and wait a couple days typically. So before we can put this one on, we've got to get the old one off. Let's do that. If you're pulling steering wheels off an automobile, you would use a steering wheel puller. If you're pulling one off a golf cart, according to other videos that I've seen, evidently you got to put your feet up on the dash and beat on the steering wheel with one hand while you're pulling on the other and your two knees. Well, we ain't doing it that way. We'll just use a 2-jaw puller and remove it. Back when I got this golf cart 3 or 4 years ago, it didn't have anything in the center hole of the steering wheel, and I just didn't like looking at the old rusty nut. And I found that that's a sink stopper for stopping your like a utility sink. So I put that in there to cover that. So check, that is a 3/4 inch nut, and now it is off. And then I don't want to mess up this thread right there. Let me zoom in a little closer. I know I'm going to get in front of you, but I don't have a camera person. So I'm going to get in front of you, but you'll get the gist, okay? I don't want to mess up this stud coming out here, so I can't get that nut back on. So I'm going to use a couple just fender washers to set in there. Hopefully they kind of, set there. Okay? So when I put the puller on it, I don't messing anything up. Got one of my hairs there. Alright. I do wish I had 3 hands, but I don't. Okay, let's screw this down a little bit. Dum da dum. A little more. A little more. There we go. All right. So get a little pressure on it. You can kind of tap that with a hammer. Might help a little. To kind of josh it. I believe it popped. Let's get that off. There it is. Alright. Little washer trick. So that's what we got. All right. I'll zoom you back out. All right. Now let's get the new hub, the adapter, whatever you want to call it. Did I mention make sure your wheels are straight before you pull the steering wheel off, or you'll be doing this again, unless you don't care that your steering wheel's not lined up. I might adjust mine slightly. Right about there. Okie doke. This is a little retainer gizmo on the back side or something there. Probably has something to do with retaining the horn ring, which we're not using. But let's square up the horn button so we're not looking at it crooked. Alright, cool. Okay. In order to get the steering wheel kind of clocked properly, we're going to have to put a couple bolts in it temporarily. Alright, let me do that real quick. Alright, we got a couple bolts that came with the hub. Allen head bolts there. Just stuck them in a few threads so we can get this thing clocked properly. Like about there. There. Yeah, that looks cool. Come with an Allen wrench so we can put them on, take them back off. We'll get the nut in. And we'll put it back on. Right. Nut back on. Put the horn button assembly back together. We'll start off with that top bolt. It seems to be a common bolt, whether it's a 5 or a 6 bolt steering wheel. That top hole or bottom hole going to be common. Nope. Only the top hole is common to both 5 and 6 bolts. Yep. So have it at the top then. All right. Let me finish putting the bolts in. All right, gang. I actually ran into an issue. This nut on my steering wheel is actually very tall, and it doesn't allow the back of the horn button to seat. It's about an 1/8 inch, 3/16 too long. So I'm going to take this with me and go down to the hardware store and see if I can find a nut that fits that. That's not that deep, because it'll work with a shorter nut. It's either that or I'll cut this one off. But let's go see if we can get a nut, and I'll be back. Heard you missed me. I'm back. Yeah, I got it. It's a fine threaded 5/8 bolt nut. Excuse me. Only available in grade 8 where I went, but that's all right. It's obviously going to take a little bigger socket to set that with, but here we go. If you ever want to get this hub off again, don't go crazy tightening it up. Okay, let me assemble this again. I was trying to get this thing to fit and realized it wasn't the diameter, it was the depth. Alright. Slide this back into its little retainer. and fit this time. Oh yeah. Sweet! Didn't want to have to whittle on that nut, but we would do what we had to do. Come on. Come on. Line up for me. Come on. There's too many things lining up here. Alright, let's get through the retainer first then. Help a brother out. Alright, we're going for the wrench. Alright. We'll get those other ones all in there. Well, there it is, folks. Now, this wasn't a brand new steering wheel. Remember, I grabbed it up for it was donated to charity. I'm the charity. Yes, Bob. Very nice, huh? Very nice. I think is, you know, she's a little rough around the edges, but so's the golf cart, right? Looking good. And there's the hub. All right. Well, guys, gals, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. Hit thumbs up on the way out. Catch you guys on the next video.